Hey, this is Tommy Wiesel. How are you guys doing? Greg is here.
Hey, this is Greg, and you're listening to Upside Down Shock Radio.
Yeah, be upside down. Don't worry about it.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of Upside Down Shock Radio. I am your beloved one-legged host, Craig. And this week, I am joined by the perpetual coma, Mr. Paul Wood.
How's it going, guys?
How are you this week?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. How are you doing, mate? How's your leg, man?
It's a pain. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's, you know, me and my crutches, we go everywhere together. There's nothing that me and my crutches can't do. But, yeah, it's just, I'm going to be like this for quite a while. Which, Tom had plans of world domination for this, and that's not the case whilst I've got one leg, is it? So,
I mean, it makes it a little more difficult, but nothing insurmountable.
Can you name me one bad guy who has took over the world in fiction or reality?
Just one bad guy at all?
Just one, yeah, with one leg, just one, and a pirate called Pegleg doesn't count.
A pirate called Pegleg?
Yeah, because you can't. One-legged people, they're not. People don't find them intimidating. I tell you.
I don't know. That South African runner did some.
That one South African runner you can't remember the name of.
Yeah, I'm just misplacing his name right now.
Okay. This is episode 29.
Yes.
Tom isn't here this week because he's bad at organising stuff and sticking to his own plans.
He bailed.
Is that the easiest thing to say?
Yeah, let's say that.
So this is the first time we are recording over Skype.
Yes, so if you notice a difference, it's because we're not actually in the same room for the first time.
Yes, but, you know, technology's okay, so this should go fine, right?
Yeah.
No problems. No problems at all.
It'll be fine. Just have a bit more of a Radio 4 feel.
So what, people are going to fall asleep?
Maybe. We'll do like a late night edition.
Late night with Paul and Craig. If you want to, was it Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? I think Tom said we have a Bebo as well somehow. I'm not sure how that works, but
is that still a thing?
I'll take his word for that. You know. Yeah. Follow us on everything, and shall we get on with the show?
I think we should.
So we're at a funny time because we're recording this, I think, over a week before it's going to be released.
Yep.
So I'm really enjoying playing God of War. I'm just going to say that right now. I can't believe what they've done to Kratos. I've played a few of them before. Wasn't really my sort of game, but damn, it's really drawing me in. Are you enjoying it, Paul?
I'm still waiting to get my console.
Are you? What? So what are you planning on buying the console and the game together then, or what's the deal there?
Probably, yeah.
And you're not going to get it on release now?
I'll try my damnedest. But...
Your damnedest.
Yes.
What is it, being a homeowner is a bit, or you planning on fudging the system a bit, is that it?
Yeah, it's one of those, obviously, when one comes into my place of work.
That's when you're going to strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and of course, Avengers. What a film. Can't believe they pulled that off as well. Can't believe Captain America dies.
Should we do our standard group of reactions, depending?
Okay.
For pending films.
Okay. Happy Avengers. Can you give me that?
What? That was a really good film.
Okay, now give me Sad Avengers.
That was a really unexpected turn at the end.
I can't believe they squandered it. It was okay until that twist, but then they lost me.
They just had too many characters in it.
Why did they have to do that to Gamora? I just can't believe it.
Like, really? Chris Pratt?
They call him Pratt for a reason, am I right? Seriously though, what do you reckon is going to happen? Nebula apparently is rumoured to die, so is Captain America.
See, I can see Chris Evans taking the
fall.
Taking the hit on this one, and then it makes way for Bucky being Cap.
Apparently, he's got one motion picture left after this, so it could just be a flashback or something. But who knows?
Who's this, Evans?
Yes.
It'll be something.
It will be something.
In Infinity War 2, probably.
Which apparently the title of that film will, have horror into our hearts or something.
Okay.
That's what they said.
In which case it'll be the death of... like they do in the comic books where they did, like, Spider-Man, the death of Spider-Man. Like, you knew it was coming, but...
Doesn't mean that we can't enjoy it.
No.
So, it's weird how we're going to talk about the news, but by the time people listen to this, it won't be news, it'll be olds at this point. So, yeah. I'll start with PlayStation 5, Paul. You know we were talking about the PlayStation 4?
Yep.
How would you like that, but one more?
A whole extra one?
Do you think it's time we had PlayStation 5?
No, not yet.
It's still a few more years, I'd say, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Pro is only, a year old?
With these, the Xbox One X was just released a few months ago now.
Yeah, I mean, they're still finding their stride. I mean, like, a discussion I was having earlier, the PS4 Pro doesn't play 4K Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Apparently that's because Sony haven't actually released a 4K Blu-ray player.
I can see that.
And that they don't want their first 4K Blu-ray player to be the PlayStation.
How many 4K Blu-rays do you own?
None, because I don't have a 4K TV.
Okay, see that's the. I think now we're leaning more towards streaming and digital purchases. So in my opinion, like, I don't really buy Blu-rays anymore either. So I just don't see what's the big hubbub about that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. Obviously, so the reason Sony have done it is because, like I said, they don't want the PlayStation to be their first 4K Blu-ray player. But they're also they said that there aren't enough 4K Blu-rays out there to warrant making one.
Do you remember when the PS3 was mostly everyone's primary Blu-ray player?
Yeah.
That was £425 recommended retail price in this country.
At launch for the 40 and 80 gig models, yeah. Yeah,
gee, what a time that was, eh? God.
Now you can pick them up for just over 100.
So PS5, Paul.
Yep.
A website called Semi-Accurate was reporting that they got information on the next PlayStation console.
Mm-hmm.
And Kotaku followed up on these reports by speaking to dozens of studios and, creative leads, and basically said it's coming. They don't see it happening until 2020. Things can change, but they don't see it happening.
It's one of those. If they're gonna do it, they'll announce it at E3 about 4 years before they actually put it out.
4 years. That's a bit. That's a bit.
I'm still waiting for my Microsoft Augmented Reality.
Yeah.
Or whatever that was called.
You must be the only person. What, HoloLens?
Yeah.
I think they're still doing development kits for that.
Well, last I heard, NASA bought it from them.
That's weird.
And have been using it in space, like, actively.
I'm looking for a Kinect, so if anyone wants to give me one of them, I hear they're pretty good. Yeah, so they said 2019 to 2020. It's 2019 next year.
Yeah.
Maybe they, announce it for the year after.
Yeah, but then we haven't had E3 this year yet, so.
Yeah, but still, that's what, 2 months away, so 14 months, you know?
Yeah.
It's because of the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox One X. Like, they always do things to extend it, don't they? Like, the first Kinect or the Move controllers, that extended the years.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so don't feel confident buying your God of War Special Edition PlayStation 4 Pro.
Oh, I definitely will.
Yeah. What have you got, Paul?
What have I got?
Yeah.
What, currently?
No, as in, what stories have you got for us?
What content?
Don't say that.
I have to appease Tom occasionally.
Fellow millennial, please don't say that.
Not a lot's really gone on this week. I received a copy of a comic that I funded on Kickstarter.
Oh, yes.
It's called Soul Survivor.
Soul Survivor.
As in solar, like survivor of the solar system. But
oh, that's funny. I was thinking just Bleach, the anime, but I'm glad it's not that.
No, it's yeah, I've been reading it. It's actually very, very good.
Very, very good. I presume it'll be able to purchase for people that aren't Kickstarters. Correct?
Yeah, I would imagine so at this point. It's published by, I believe it's named Sharon Comics, like Sharon.
I like to think that, just some woman was called Sharon and she wanted to make her own comic book company.
Just Sharon's Comics.
Yeah, that's simplicity in the phrase, So have you finished it yet, or what's happening?
I'm actually halfway through it as we speak. I was reading it, like I literally only got it today, so.
I'm sorry.
I was reading it while we were waiting for Tom.
I'm sorry to interrupt your reading.
That's okay.
Dale Winton has passed away.
Oh no.
So my experiences with Dale Winton was every time I was off ill from school, I would be at home, and then on the TV, Supermarket Sweep would always be on.
Yep.
This was before the likes of Daytime Telly with Jeremy Kyle, and Shouting Chavs would always be there.
Shouting Chavs have always been that.
I feel like I haven't really thought about this, but now, daytime TV with Jeremy Kyle is, I would say that's more negative. Supermarket Sweep was very positive. Just go in there, throw stuff in your trolley, have a good time.
Oh, it's a game show where you loot, essentially.
It helped you with, what's the sin called? Gluttony.
Yeah. And,
it was, everyone always had they had some stupid people on there, they had some bright people on there.
Yeah, but it was like Can't Cook, Won't Cook, like with Ainsley Harriott.
Did you ever hear of the Red Dwarf edition of that?
I did see that, yes.
Can't smeg, won't smeg.
I remember it the first time round. I watched it live.
I was there, man. You don't know.
I'm that old.
And then with those sort of programs, you're always just like, how would I do it? What would I do?
Yeah.
So what would have been your supermarket sweep technique? A minute in a supermarket, where would you go?
When they limited to the amount of any single item they were allowed to pick up or something.
So 2 of each item, let's say.
Yeah, well, you hit the electronics first if you're going for value.
Of course. Get one Xbox One X.
Exactly.
Because they're probably just going to put one box out, aren't they?
Yeah. One for each contestant.
Yeah, you want to get the Switch, the One X, a few games for all that stuff. TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's room.
What food items are you going to get? Some big turkeys or something?
Yeah. You go for the lobsters. You go for the
lobsters.
The luxury items, like the massive chocolate cake.
Yes. The things where they're just always the top shelf, the big expensive items,
Yeah.
I don't want.
It's those Thornton's chocolate cakes that are like £30 for a cake.
The big box of Lindors, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that stuff.
So rest in peace, Dale Winton.
Absolutely. And on a similar note, Arlie Ermey, the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket, has also passed.
Arlie Ermey.
His name is R, as in the letter R.
Okay.
Lee Ermey. He's been in a few other things as well, but he's best known for his role as the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket, where he just lists insults.
Insults?
Yeah, and just with unbelievable candour.
That's good. Well, that's not good. That's actually very sad. I'm sure he will be missed, as will Dale Winton.
Absolutely.
On that note, maybe something more relevant to why people listen to Upside Down Shot Radio.
Yes.
Bruno Sammartino has passed away.
Yep, a wrestling legend.
Why was he a wrestling legend?
His initial reign in what was formerly and subsequently the WWE.
Yes, longest reigning.
Exactly. Absolutely formidable.
I don't
know
think...
He had a massive falling out with the company at one point, but they ended up making amends, and he was inducted into luckily he was inducted into the Hall of Fame before he passed.
Yeah. Yeah, because obviously they want to make amends with all wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know, really, don't they? Unless it's CM Punk.
Yeah, there's some bridges there are a little more difficult to mend.
I don't think anyone will beat an 8-year WWE Championship reign at this point.
Brock Lesnar's getting there.
I don't.
But that's what happens when you only have 1-2 matches a year.
Yeah, I just don't see that.
None of which anyone wants to see.
Because it seems like when CM Punk held it for, was it just under a year? That seemed like that was forever. Or when Triple H held the belt when he was in Evolution, that seemed like that went on for 5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, rest in peace and thank you for the memories.
Absolutely.
Should we try to be a bit more positive?
Yes, let's kick it into a different gear, shall we?
Let's kick it. Okay, I have something that I want to mention from you and Tom's discussion of the best looking console.
Okay.
Week.
Yep.
How
Is
come
there something we omitted?
You didn't mention the Game Boy Advance SP.
See, I was never really a fan of the SP.
What did you like, the normal Game Boy Advance?
I think it might be because I've never seen a new one.
A new one?
I've only ever seen them beaten up and battered. And
Oh yeah, in your job where you get people shouting at you all the time and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and the tribal one was horrible.
The tribal one was like hilarious. If you get weird people who get their tribal tattoos matching
Sweet tribal, bro.
with their Game Boy Advance SP.
I don't doubt that there are people out there with a Game Boy Advance SP tribal tattoo.
It's simple. It was small. It worked. Had a backlight. Everything you needed.
Yeah.
Did you have a Game Boy Advance?
I did, yes.
And how hard was it to see a lot of the time?
Quite a lot of the time it was quite difficult, but then I had an original Game Boy the first time around as well.
Of course. Did you ever have the colour?
No, I actually never had a Game Boy Color.
No,
I had a Super Game Boy, which meant I could play Game Boy games on a SNES on a full-size TV.
Oh yes.
Which was fun.
I had some dodgy, like hacked together, piece of hardware which you plugged into the back of your PS1, and it had a Game Boy slot on it, so that you play Game Boy games through your PS1.
That's a bit ropey.
Yes, it was extremely weird. If you think you put that in this day and age, it might overhear your conversations or something.
Yeah.
Gee. But yeah, Game Boy Advance SP, I'm putting it out there. One of the best consoles. Look-wise, although I do agree with the GameCube, there's not many you can used to bludgeon a burglar with, and I would say that the GameCube would probably be best for that.
Yeah, it is. It is the most weaponizable console.
Did you know the Xbox, the original Xbox, had a warning on it that it could cause serious damage if you dropped it on someone's head?
Yeah, it did, because it weighed an absolute ton.
It was just a big computer, wasn't it, back at the time?
Yeah.
And now it's what?
It's strange that same company, a similar warning isn't on the Xbox One X, which also weighs an insurmountable amount.
It is. I hear it's a solid piece of kit.
Yeah, I don't think they've got an advanced cooling system in there. I think they just filled it full of bricks.
How loud is it? Do you know?
They're pretty much silent.
That's good. That's good though, because 360s, they were bad.
Oh yeah, some of them sounded like the cooling systems on 360s and some of the PS3s as well. Like they just sound like jet engines.
Something that I've found interesting in a year where PlayStation are rolling away with it is the backwards compatibility.
Yes.
So it's not just everything works backwards compatibility. If it did, I didn't think I'd be this excited for all the stuff they keep announcing.
Yeah.
Because they keep just drip feeding games, and now, for instance, you can play Red Dead Redemption in 4K on an Xbox One X.
Yep.
And Halo 3 in 4K on an Xbox One X. So that if you own the original 360 version of the game, it will look better than the Master Chief Collection. Isn't that mental?
Yeah, it's
that's mental.
Skate 3 on an Xbox One X is a thing of beauty. Like,
a thing of beauty.
It really is. Like an upscaled version of Skate 3 is almost as good as having Skate 4.
Okay. I'm sure they'll make that game one day, right? They'd be idiots not to.
Yeah, they'd be stupid if they didn't.
So on the day that this episode comes out, they are releasing a few more games on backwards compatibility. Would you like me to mention them here?
Absolutely.
Destroy All Humans.
Okay.
So these are all original Xbox games.
Yep.
Full Spectrum Warrior.
Classic.
Mercenaries Playground of Destruction.
Okay.
So I heard that was the good Mercenaries, because I bought Mercenaries 2, and boy, was that a stinker.
Yeah, it was a bit odd, that game.
They advertised it everywhere. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it had so much like airtime advertising. Like it's like they spent most of their budget on advertising and not actually making the game properly.
MX Unleashed.
Uh-huh.
Panzer Elite Action Fields of Glory. Never heard of it.
It seems like a lot of, like, just looking at a lot of the original Xbox games were all very tank related.
Okay, well, here are some that you may not find tank related. Star Wars Battlefront.
Yes, I heard about the Battlefront series.
The good Battlefront.
The good ones.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy.
Uh-huh.
Star Wars Jedi Starfighter.
Yep.
Star Wars Knights of Old Republic 2 The Sith Lords.
Yep.
Star Wars Republic Commando.
Nice.
If you're a Star Wars fan and you own an Xbox One, it's probably going to be a good time for you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're actually able to play some good games on Xbox One.
What makes it even better is, like, you can pick these games up for probably like 50p from a charity shop or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, you can just put them into your Xbox and they play. That's mental.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure the Battlefront series ever dropped in price anywhere, really. I think they're still like sort of £10 a piece.
Yeah, I think actually when EA released their current game, the older Battlefronts went up in price because people just knew how much better they were.
Yeah. Yes, it's been how many years? Since they made those games, and they're still better than the new ones.
Even the PSP version, I remember playing it on my PSP, and I just enjoyed those games a lot.
Yeah, the few games I had on PSP, I thoroughly enjoyed.
here's the awkward moment where we go to our track of the week, but we don't actually know what it is.
So Tom can record an intro outro to track of the week.
Yes, and should we bluff it and like at the end say that was a really good song?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So here is Tom introducing track of the week.
Hey, it's your boy Tom, and track of the week is predictable by crossing the limits of their new EP Perseverance. Links to their social accounts can be found in the description below. Check it out.
predictable.
Hi, this is Frank Turner, and you are lucky enough to be listening to Upside Down Shark Radio.
And we're back in the room.
What a song. I can't believe. How does Tom pick them?
He's just got an impeccable taste for
Clothing?
everything.
It's just... Why? The only thing he isn't good at is being here right now. And we can't... Because he's so good at everything else, we can't say anything bad about him, really, can we?
No, it's because he's off finding absolute bangers like that one.
That is true. Thank you, Tom. So, Paul, what have you been watching this week?
This week, I've been catching up with some shows on Netflix. Obviously, you got Series 2 of Lemony Snicket's Unfortunate Series of Events.
How is that? And how does it compare to the film?
I like it. I like it a lot. And that's not a Jim Carrey.
Very good. Oh my god, that was awful.
No, yeah, it's actually very good. Neil Patrick Harris is magnificent.
Oh, I forgot he was in it.
in it. This series has cameos from Nathan Fillion, because of course it does. Everything has Nathan Fillion.
Yeah. He's actually been on this episode as well. I'm not
Yeah.
sure whether people noticed when he took over from me for a little bit, but
Yeah, when you thought it was Tom introducing the song, that was actually a cameo from Nathan Fillion playing Tom.
and he played a little bit of the song as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could get Nathan Fillion.
He's everywhere. Maybe we'll just have to drop him a text. It sounds like it's that easy.
Yeah.
That sounds nasty. I'm sure he's very talented. Otherwise, he wouldn't keep getting jobs.
Nathan Fillion is straight up one of my favourite celebrities.
Why is this?
He's Nathan Fillion.
Okay.
Everything he touches turns to gold.
I forgot something we should have put in news. Did you hear about Josh Brolin?
Josh Brolin?
Yes.
I know of Josh Brolin.
He's obviously playing Cable.
Correct.
He said it was easy for him to play Cable because they have figured out a 4-film arc, so they know where the character's going.
Okay.
Which is mental to me.
So that makes Deadpool 5 films, yeah?
Or a spin-off or something.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be like, he might be an X-Force or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I've heard they're gearing up towards an X-Force movie.
Yeah. So, but then what if Disney have bought them out by that time, which is highly.
I mean, if it's anything like they've done with the comics, they'll leave Marvel Cinematic Universe, Marvel Studios, to do their thing, so long as they're making money. Like,
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I like the way though it's this multi-billion pound like corporation buying each other. You know, it's really serious, like real world stuff, and everyone's just going. So they're going to put X-Men in this film series, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there are literally like billions, potentially trillions of dollars in play, and everyone's just concerned about whether the X-Men are going to show up in the Avengers.
Yeah. Oh god. I have been watching Dragon Ball Z Kai still.
Okay.
And I am around the 120 episode mark.
Damn, that is a long series.
So I've still got around 40-ish episodes to go. I'm enjoying it because I feel like you absorb some of the Dragon Ball stuff through, you know, just the internet, really, don't you? And stuff like that.
Okay.
So you know about Super Saiyan and stuff like that, I presume.
I know of it, yeah.
Yeah, because everyone does.
I mean, I don't know entirely what it entails, but I know of it.
But then when you see, like, for instance, Vegeta dies, and you think of all the stuff you've seen with Vegeta and Goku, you think, well, he's probably not going to stay dead, you know?
I couldn't tell you which one's which. But...
Okay. Let's say Goku dies in the first 20 episodes.
Okay.
You must think, I know he's not going to stay dead.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like
if the main character dies, they're not going to stay dead.
Yeah, I feel like that's not a really hard leap to make, is it?
No.
So yeah, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z Kai. Westworld has now started back up.
Okay.
So before that, I started watching the first season again.
I've not even seen the first season. Is it good?
Oh my god, it's really good television.
Is it Game of Thrones Breaking Bad good, or is it actually good?
I like Breaking Bad. I've never seen Game of Thrones.
See, I gave up on Breaking Bad after 3 episodes because it was so dull.
Why is that your scale, but then Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones good if you don't like Breaking Bad?
Because that's the level that everyone else says it's amazing.
So what would you say is an amazing TV show?
I could tell you what some of my favourite TV shows are at the moment.
Anything with Nathan Fillion in.
Which narrows it down to virtually everything.
What would you say, like, is this better than this thing that is the best in my opinion?
Obviously, I'm still really enjoying the Ash vs Evil Dead series.
Okay.
See, that's the thing. That series to me was good from the very first episode.
Mhm.
Whereas, like I said, I got 3 episodes into Breaking Bad before I just gave up watching it.
Why did you fall off?
There was just nothing happening. It was really dull, like really dull. And if you can't captivate me in 3 episodes, that's 3 hours of footage. If you can't captivate me inside 3 hours,
Well, I'm sure that was just they were 45-minute. They were 45-minute ones. They weren't technically.
all right, 2.5 hours. I generally tend to give movies 15-20 minutes.
The whole point of Breaking Bad was that it was a slow build up to a point where someone broke. So. Okay, it's not for you, but I had a really good time with Breaking Bad.
No, that's fair. That's fair enough. Like, this is what I mean. Is in relation to things like Game of Thrones, which I didn't even get to the end of the first episode.
I mean,
like, everyone rates it, but I didn't even get to the end of the first episode.
Westworld is one of my favourites TV programs. It's got, I would just say watch it because it's good, and that's it.
That's Craig's recommendation.
Yeah,
Just watch it.
Just watch it.
Just watch it. It's good.
Also, I have just been playing Mad Max because it was free on PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
And it's an open world wasteland, and you drive around, and it's good. I would just recommend it. It's fun, it's free, and it's a well-created game.
Okay. See, I've just downloaded the current Game with Gold, free game. Not Assassin's Creed Syndicate, the other one. Witness, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a really strange puzzle game.
It is very strange. You say about being captivated. I somehow stumbled onto a secret ending.
Okay.
20 minutes into the game, and was very confused. And so then I went back to the beginning of the game, and I just haven't been able to, get back into it since then.
Okay. See, I haven't stumbled across an ending. I've made a laser beam shoot through the sky.
Well done.
After that, I stumbled into this other set of puzzles that in themselves were puzzles, and in working out how to solve them, let alone solving them.
I hear that game is, once you get into it, it's got a good payoff.
Okay, that's good to know.
But I've also heard you can sit at a puzzle for around 20 minutes and then just not do anything, and then go to bed, wake up the next morning, and straight away, done. I know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just need to reboot your cognitive reasoning.
Of course. That's what I say every day.
Yep. You wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and go, cognitive reasoning rebooted.
That's... I think that's going to do it for episode 29 of Upside Down Shark Radio. Recording over Skype is a different kettle of fish when compared to in person.
It does have a different feel.
Yes, so if anything seems a bit different, then we apologise. But what can you do? We're still here.
We'll try and meet up as often as physically possible at the moment. Yeah,
with me and me one leg, Tom always ducking out, and you being a homeowner.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. Till next time.
Thank you, Craig.
I've been Craig.
I'm still Paul.
And that was also Shark Radio episode 29.
See you later, guys.
You ever type in news into Google and just see what comes up?
Yeah, it's just been a little bit of a slow week, really, isn't it?
3 people died, Paul.